understand, well, I don't want to go with the history of this. Basically, the county was brought to mind on this because there was an altercation requiring police. So we had to find out who owned the road. And it came, lo and behold, the county owned this road. Now this road has been closed and locked for some 60 years. Okay, and it was blocked by the ranchers who own the property inside there. And because of the altercation, we had to go to the owners of the property and say, look, this is a county-owned road, you need to keep it open. So at that point in time, they opened the doors and the gate's still locked, but you can access this property. After that, these people came to the county and says, hey, look, we want to keep the road as is. Could we purchase this property? And being a newbie on the block, I don't know the processes. So I got the planning director involved, I got DPW involved, and I got a council involved. And they told us what the process is. Met with all 6 landowners, and they discussed the idea of purchasing. All 5 of 6 said we wanted to purchase. Now we have these roads in limbo all over the place, but in very rare instances like this, do we have people actually want to buy the road? Usually they say, hey, let the county be reliable for it. So when these group of people said, hey, we're still interested, we want to buy it, we had Bobby Jean Laidhead Todd, who's the planning director, actually take a site visit. And when she took a site visit on this road, and I also took a site visit on this road, well, you see this road, it's just a ranch road. And it goes about 1.5 miles. And it ends up into private property. It just goes in, dead ends, and that's it. So when the director came back after her site visit, she said, you know what? There are no view planes that would make it a real good public place for us to visit. There are no really end that we can go to because it's private property. So the bottom line is, she said, you know what? We have liability for this road, but there's no public purpose. Why would we want to accept liability if there is no public purpose? So under that pretense, we moved forward on the sale of the property. And as you all know right now, or maybe don't know, we are going to take our council and go to a site visit, and we are going to go to a public hearing. So we'll have an opportunity to voice our opinion, but the issue is pretty clear. Number one, is there a public purpose? The answer right now is simply no. So do you want to proceed on that and still hold liability? That's a question some of you are going to have to come and maybe talk about. But bottom line for me, I am opposed to closing roads necessarily, especially if it serves the public. If it's, for example, if it's a road that's going to a beach, no way, let's not close that up. If it's a road leading to the mountain that we're used to going, no way, we're not going to close that up. But this is a road that's leading to private property and has no public purpose. So that is where it stands. There's no decision been made, and I will wait to hear the public hearing before I decide. Again, I need to listen to your voices. So that's where it's at.
Thank you, Guy. What is your main vision for Kamaoa, and how will you get us there? Big softball. Curve.
Well, my main vision for Kamaoa is to take care of the needs of the people that I serve. Bottom line, what are our needs? And you are the one that dictate that. I mean, I'm there to listen. What I've done in my term here is I've held community meetings all through our district. And again, from Honau now all the way to Ho'okena. And I've gone probably at least 3 times in each little community to try and make myself available. I have an email line to make myself available. But as much as possible, I want to listen to your needs and try to get it done. That's my main emphasis. And you guys have spoken pretty loudly, especially here. I know what your needs are. Number 1 is water. That's a main issue here. Infrastructure and our transfer station. Those are number 3. And I know getting down to Pohoi Bay is another one that I've heard that are important to hear. Of course, there's the fire issues. I mean, I hear what you want, and my goal is to do it. And I think I can help you because hopefully I've shown that already by the skills that I have in team building, in working with people. I can get these things done, the things that you really need. I've proven that. Now, you know, being in there for 2 years, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot in 2 years. I mean, I went in empty-handed, but look what I've gotten, or what, I take that back, not what I've gotten, we've gotten, because this, if you look to the side of this list, you'll see who I had to work with to get this done. But I want to continue this, because by continuing these things, I think we can get more for our district. A district in a time when our economy is really going to hurt. So, you know, it's your choice. You need to look at both of us as candidates and see which ones are going to bring to fruition the things that you want to see for this community. That's what's important. You know, if we get things done, that's what's important for this community. Not who, we get it done. That's my point. Thank you.
All right, since I just gave you a big softball, now you're going to get a spitball. And this one, it's really not a fair question, but I'll see if you have a response to it, because it's really a state issue, but it's something that everybody is concerned about. Until this point, have kept this out of the realm of the questions, because again, it's not your kuleana. But what are your plans for helping the schools in Ka'u? You're going to hear that. It's not your job. I understand that, but, you know, for what it's worth, you have a response. Got it.
Sure. Directly, yes, it's not my kuleana, but what I have found, that this council position has a lot of power to influence the people who can do something. And again, this is a state problem, but I work very closely with this principal. Sharon Beck and our other principal, Ron, his name is Steve. But both principals, one I play basketball with all the time, I don't know why I have a brain for it, but I work very closely with both principals to get what they need. For example, after school stuff. Now, these kids have to pay for bus services, and the school bus cannot provide, the state school bus cannot provide enough buses for these guys to come home. So we worked out the schedules in all of our districts, not just Ka'u, so that our buses, the county buses, can be there to pick these guys up and take them home. Also, because the school buses are crowded, we encourage the school kids to use our county buses, and we schedule our buses so that they're, as much as possible, fitting in. So, yes, there are a lot of ways. Example, the Ka'u baseball team couldn't play their season because they don't have a net. The net fell down because it got rotten. The school didn't have any money for it. But I went in and I found a private donor person who actually, they did a lot of work. This private business did a lot of work with the sewer system at the school. And after they left, I called them up and said, look, the school paid you big bucks you did a big job. Your business got a huge job. How about giving something back? And they donated the net. And they got it in time for the season they have to play. But there's a lot of ways in which this office, though it's not state, we can help. And we do it already. And I will continue to do it because I am a kid person. I'm all in the kids. I have 4 of them. I understand our needs at the public school. And that's why I'm not a state guy, but I'm trying to pull a gym over there. I'm trying to put a gym for our kids to use. So yes, by all means, I will find a way to help our kids and our schools grow. And also helping the charter school over in Mountain View. I'm big time in the schools. So thank you.
Thank you. We are pretty much out of time. The last thing is 3 minutes for closing statements. Before that, I'd just like to thank Brittany and Guy for coming today and putting up with this. And I think they both must be encouraged by the turnout. Obviously, Ka'u takes this election seriously. One reminder, obviously, your vote doesn't count unless you make it to the poll, so please do get out and vote. And with that, we will have 3 minutes for a closing statement from each candidate, and after that, we're done. Guy, you're up.
Once again, I want to thank all of you for taking the time to be here tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm hoping that my work as your councilman for the last 2 years have shed some light on what I'm able to do for you. I would be more than honored to serve again, if you so desire. I believe my strengths are, again, working with the county, working with the mayor and his administration, and with this council. I believe my strength lies in this community itself, the ability to work with you and to help you in any way I can. I'm a part of this community, born and raised here, my family's here, my roots are here, and I will be here. Whether I'm in this office or not, I will be in this community. And I will live and die in this community. And I'm willing to give it every single thing I have. I've done it growing up. I've done it with the knowledge I have after being away for a while. I have a base of family that is very, very supportive. It supports me all the way through. I love this community. I love the people. I love the place. I would love nothing better to continue to see us grow and become better, especially in these tough times ahead. And I think we've got to keep an eye on that. We have tough times ahead. It might get tough for a couple more years. You need someone in there who's going to really make a difference for our district. Our district has not been looked after for many, many years. We talk about change. I believe I've made a lot of changes already. I've learned a lot. I'm a better person and a better councilman for the 2 years. Have I made mistakes? Oh yes. And I've learned from them. And I think I can be much better and more productive, especially with what's coming forward to us. So I humbly ask you, I would love to serve you for another 2 terms. Thank you very much.
Thank you.